Welcome back, guys, in today's episode, and as you can see on the screen, today we'll have the NSX. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the moment when I bought it because I didn't press record, but I'll show you what we have here. We actually have 1010 horsepower V8 engine on it. The stock one was V8 4-liter engine as well, but with much lower potential. But we'll keep going and we'll build this car. We already built that one effectively. Nothing unusual here. Everything is maxed out. Instead, in terms of customization, look at this, guys. Look at those beautiful wheels. I chosen the best wrap what I could find, in my opinion, from the community. And this white with black trims looks amazing. We have black tail lights, amazing wing for the car. Those wheels from Cosmic, guys, I saw them in real life about 10 years ago or 12 years ago when I used to go to the Jap shows. They are just beautiful, especially in sun. They actually changing colors really nicely. They are beautiful things, and I thought I need to have them in the game. But in terms of the NSX, can you imagine that 15 years ago or 10 years ago in UK you could buy one of those for as little as 10 to 12,000 pounds? And I've been thinking back in the day, but I didn't earn that much at the time, about buying one of those, but it was massive commitment and I never done it, and now I regret it so badly because it's such a beautiful car, and right now they are so stupidly expensive and so rare that in near future, based on my current expenditure, I will be not able to buy one of those in real life. Then I suppose for time being it's good enough to have it in the game, but maybe in some point in future I will be able to buy one of those. Maybe not, depending how my life will go going forward, because that's my little dream car which I would like to have. I know there are in the same price tag there are faster cars and so on, more iconic cars, but this is my one. I always liked Hondas and I would really wish to own one of those in some point of my life, but definitely not in the near future. But sorry for rambling a bit here, guys, but we'll move to race number 1 on the oval, our favorite racetrack, and we'll see what we can achieve here and is it actually good on the track. I'm very interested how this car will do. I already know because I already raced it many times, and I know that it's brilliant. I really like how this car drives, how it feels on the road. It's something worth a while. We are losing here because we had some accidents, unfortunately, but look how much grip we are having here. We're keeping over 190 on the oval, which is amazing, and now we'll overtake the final opponent back here. Look at this, over 90 miles per hour on the oval. That's stunning, and we have perfect grip. I don't need to compensate grip at all. 191 end of the oval, 230 on the entrance. I made massive mistake here by losing the oval part, and we down to 180 unfortunately, but still time will be not amazing because the mistakes what I made. But if you look how this car drives, and you know, it's something different. I have massive nostalgia because I really did wish to own one of those, and maybe I will in future. You never know how your life will go. Maybe on some point this will stay in my garage. You never know, maybe on my 40th. You never know what will happen. But looking at this, even with those mistakes what I made, take into account that we made 135, 136, 140 it's better result, 130 it's amazing, 135 with so many mistakes what I made in this race, it's just ludicrously fast, and I think it's brilliant result. But I don't stop you any longer and we'll move to race number 2. And the second race, like always, will be the Sonic, just to check how this car compares to other ones. I like this race, it's fairly long, it does have variety in between cornering, long corners, short corners, 90 degrees, 180 degrees hairpins, and you know, fast sections. Then it's brilliant test for our car. We aiming for 3 minutes as a brilliant time, and if in under 3 minutes it's just brilliant. It's one of the best cars in the game if it's reaching in my hand under 3 minutes, and if it's 3:10 or above, it's actually not that good. Then we'll see what our Honda can do. As you can see, I didn't need to use handbrake here. That's brilliant news. That means this car actually grips really well and should give us a bit of edge over opponents, because we don't need to use handbrake to turn, which is important, guys, because if you use handbrake you're slowing down and blah blah blah, but it's still so much fun to drive. It's just ridiculous, and you can have a bit of sideways action because it's a rear drive and mid engines. Then you can pull this beautiful bag and to start spinning. I made massive mistake here, sorry guys. And now another hairpin, then we will use handbrake. Jesus Christ, I made such a mistake. Then we'll lose a lot of time. Then I don't think I'll be able to hit under 3 minutes, because we lost like 3-4 seconds on this corner, unfortunately, because I made such a massive error here. But if we reach 3:05, I will take it as a 3-minute death, to be honest, because that error cost us about 5 seconds. But I don't want to re-record it, because if I'll do that, guys, this will be cheating and trying to find the best possible result, and this is not what it's about. It's about average racer going through the racetrack, that you can compare this track race, how I'm doing it, to yourself. Because if I'll pick the best one, then obviously I could get probably 5 to 10 seconds better time. But what comparison it is, because you will don't have perfect run every single time. You wish to find average with some errors. We all make mistakes. We are not robots. We do make mistakes, guys. Never forget that we are human beings and we make mistakes. Because if you will go to your first job and you will beat yourself up for every single little error in your life, you will never actually move forward. You need to be a bit more flexible, but I'm hoping you will get a good first manager in your life who will explain this to you and will support you and help you. But there are many people who will be not able to do this. I always loved to train new people like I like to be treated, and I always had open doors for them. I always been able to help them. For me, that part of my life where I've been training stuff, it's over, and I used to love it, to be honest. But with time, you need to find yourself in different position in your life where you're doing different stuff. Then we have 3:15, but we would realistically have about 3 minutes time here. But 3:15 with 2 errors when we lost about 15 seconds. 3 minutes sounds amazing, isn't it? But because we didn't done the full build, guys, because we haven't, because I forgot to record the first one, and I know that I had about 3 minute times on this race on average. Then what I will do, I will fix the car and we'll do this race again. I think this is fair point, guys. But I wish that you will see that, because if I will just remove and don't show you this run and show you, for example, one of the best runs what I done in last 20 races, would this be sensible thing and comparable to other ones? Because you cannot race exactly the same way in every single race. Then this would not be comparable in my opinion, and I don't want to show you just cherry-picked best race, because let's face it, I cannot repeat best one race after race after race, I do make mistakes, and it would not, times would not be comparable because you always make a mistake and you make mistake in different sections. Then this would not be comparable in my opinion. It's better if there are mistakes in the races. They are, you know, recorded in the same way. I record them and talk at the same time on every single one. I'm not doing racing first and record after that, only because this will be not comparable. Or if you would prefer to see me doing that, where I can be fully concentrate on the race and do a post-production talk, that's other option. If you would wish me to do that, I can. I don't see problem doing that. It would be definitely something different, but I'm not entirely sure is that better for you guys, because this way you can have my real comment how I feel at the moment when I'm racing, instead of trying to talk through what I've been doing at that time. Obviously you remember sections, but can you actually say exactly how you feel about the car in each corner? How this feels on the controller at the time? Not so much. But for time being, this car feels amazing. We didn't make any bigger mistakes yet. I did use handbrake twice, which obviously slows us down slightly. But up to this moment we have not made two big mistakes, which is great. Then we should have fairly good run, but probably will make one or two mistakes here and there. This is my least favorite section because you can end up on the beach, and I prefer to use a bit of handbrake. And we're going sideways for the crowd, everybody cheering, I hope. If not, leave the like on the video and let me know what else you wish to see in here. But for time being, we'll concentrate on this beautiful NSX. You need to admit that this car is just piece of art. And would you wish to own one? And in what age group you are? That's interesting to know. What different age group think about this classical NSX, because obviously I've been born in 80s and that's piece of art for me. But how this car looks for people who are younger and older than me, I'm very interested, because I know that my father, for example, would not say that this is you know, piece of art. He would say it's beautiful, it's nice, but he would not have this type of feeling like I do have to looks of this car and drivability of this car. And it will be interesting to know, especially younger generation, because obviously you all grew up in the era where you have plastic cars and they are more round and so on. Then I'm interested. I would be very interested to see and hear your opinion about this car. Then please leave some comment below and let me know what you think about it. And as I said, 2 minutes 56 with couple of errors. It's stupidly fast car. I love it. I hope you will love it as well. If you have about 500k in the game, just go and grab one. It's just amazing. And this Rocket Bunny body kit, you cannot fool it. It's nice. I love it as well. Black roof doing the job. Massive wing, only because Need for Speed. In real life I would not wish to have this big wing, but in Need for Speed it's amazing. And this cosmic wheels, you know, I would do a lot to have a car where I could put those wheels on it, but at the moment I don't. But maybe in future, you never know. But thank you very much for watching, guys. See you in the next episode. Take care.